to use the screen printer, first you need to load the printer on strong floor. At the beginning of the use, you have to adjust the flat of the table and the flat of the instrument. To adjust the table is from the table holder. Here got the red color one, can rotate clockwise and clockwise to adjust the rubber structure to make the table be at its position. Then also can have to adjust is the flat of the instrument. Can release this screw to the lower position, then can adjust this screw to up. I have discussed some about the flatting, adjusting, because we don't have quite good experience at the beginning, so we have to have some base to make sure frame is flat, knife is flat, this scratching materials flat. So my experience is if you want to adjust this one flat, you adjust one side first. Release, it goes screw here, screw here and screw here. Release both side screw, then loading the thing to down, then push this one to flat. We use this as the base. So then when it's flat, tight. Then after you fix this one, but at the beginning you have to tie this holder first. Tie the holder first, adjust here flat, then adjust another side. Tie the holder first because this one is fixed. Tie the holder first, then when this one loading down, it will be flat. Then these two will be flat at same level. This one you have finished the frame flat. And after that you can adjust based on your size. Here averagely expand to both sides. Then after your frame was fixed, you can fix the position here. Follow the size, but as my experience said just now, this one you must do manually. Make sure here not stacking some there, but you can let it go as much as possible. And this side go another one. And this one angle about 30 to 40 degrees to use the edit line. Then after we finish here, in fact at the beginning this one is not here, right? Because you have center is for washing, so it's not here. So when this one is not here, you will got problem is when you reinstall this one, it will not go flat. This line is also not flat. This morning our experience is we release the screw, we tie here, this one. After we tie this one still can moving. For example, if we adjust this one, we let it going down. Okay, we let it going down, then we adjust this one to it just touch the flat. But at that moment, your frame is somewhere because we need the base, the baseline. So we load it down to let it touch the flat. This morning, I think we have faced some problem to let it touch. If you feel difficult, maybe this screw is stacking, so you can adjust some more to let it touch the flat. And then after it's flat, you let it automatically follow its gravity. Then you
screw back.
Tie both sides. And this one is both the same because this is flexible, so you gently don't give too many strands. After you adjust the flat, don't forget to lift it up before you install the frame. If later after you got good experience, you already know how to make it flat, you don't need to load on the base, then you can ignore the lifting because you already left it lift. But if you have used my method to use the table, this working seat as the base, after you finish, don't forget to lift it up as much as possible to make sure when your frame machine is not got stuck in breaker frame. The principle when you insert something is lift up. Either install the tools for print or either install this one is all lift up. Because now like our frame is here, but if you want to install your frame, this is too low. So let it going up. So after it's going up, you can insert your frame. Then this one is already there. And at this moment you can set it down and it's ready to print. Now it's come to adjust the position for print. Print is because our sample is too large. If you remember last time I'm discussing, we have a frame here,
Yeah.
so it will stuck in. So I put a glass on the middle. This glass is not bigger than this one, but enough to hold your sample. Later you can use bigger glass if you don't want your glass to move. You can use tape too. I think glass is the best material for flat because it's not flexible. At this moment we need to adjust the size of this and this. This morning we also have some experience theory because the principle of this one is the knife must press the frame. Then this one have a space for. So we will adjust the size here to here first by manually. But if you are using same like this or slightly thinner or lower, you can making this size, making this position.
Okay.
Unless you print a big block or something, and in a very strong materials, you have to adjust this one. Otherwise, you don't need to adjust this one.
Okay.
If you want to use this manual handle, you open back and the screw at the back, you release and adjust, then close. But now you don't need to do that. You only need to do is because you touch here. You touch here. Then what you need to do is you
bring it down.
That is down. This morning we are our experience is because we have adjusted. We can go bottom. We have adjusted the position to here. Here you can see it's about 1 or 2 millimeter round. So we just let it to touch the surface. Then it's ready for print. So we adjust this one based on that. Then it's got ready for print. At that moment, you just need to click.
Right.
Okay, he will scratch it more. This one is to collect your
SS.
They try here because just now the position is not correct. Now your ink ready here.
So you need to count.
Recover them. If you want to repeat twice, you can run and you click this one. I think he will do again. He will repeat then click back and go. If you don't want this function, you have to click it wrong, then you click again, then cancel. This one will just run once. Then go back. Then after finish, you just turn off here and turn off there, and release the gas.
Release the gas. Okay.
printing. You can adjust based on the screw and left and right. This screw is used to lock. You can adjust, then lock to stop the operation. This one become longer, is increase the press. Become shorter, is decrease the press. Shorter, the faster the speed. And another one is the left and right speed can be adjusted from here and here. The up-down speed can be adjusted from the bank here and here. After the speed was adjusting to the correct position, you can adjust the most bottom of the frame based on the manually, but this one you can do later after you fix the sample. During using, when you start to use the screen printer, first turn on the plug, then turn on the machine. Don't need to turn on the vacuum. The vacuum maybe interrupt the printer later. After you turn on the instrument, you can adjust the position based on your frame use. Several position you need to be adjusting is the location of the edge, the location of the edge, and this one you can do it, follow our training, and also the handle of the frame holder. This one can hold one side and install the frame and another side. All this can be based on the instrument holder. You can adjust this one when there's no pressure was there. After you finish the adjusting, you can start to use the instrument. If you need to replace the frame, you can lift higher the printing device. Then you choose this presser to lift up the holder, and you take your frame out and install your new frame out. When you install your new frame out, don't forget to increase the space to make sure you got enough space for your new frame. Then you can loading down to adjust based on your new frame and new sample. At the beginning, you always need to give at least 5 millimeter space here for you to adjusting shift between different frame. And that everything is settled. You can click start to start the print. After you finish the print, you can click off your button, release the gas, turn off the air compressor. That's all.